Hey, this is Coach Juan Rickman from Detroit Crockett High School. I'm currently the head coach at Crockett. My current record is 72 and 21. Just putting together a DVD to give people a visual of some of the philosophies and components of our program that have helped our program become successful. Usually I get a lot of compliments about our secondary break. Our secondary break has been real vital to our program. We average 15 to 20 points a game using our secondary break. We like to do our secondary break in free throw line situations when our opponent is shooting free throws. We will usually have our best finisher lined up at half court, and this really dictates which side of the floor that we throw the ball to. We'll have our four-man take the ball out, the five-man sprints up the middle of the floor, the guard that's on the same side boxing the free throw shooter out that's on the same side as the finisher. He immediately goes to the corner. Four-man passes him the ball. The other guard that was on the opposite side of the free throw line, he cuts across the middle of the floor to receive a pass from the first guard. As soon as this man receives a pass, he immediately looks up the floor to our best finisher, who makes a decision to try to score, or look at the five-man who's blasting up the floor. Let's try to look at this live. In addition to our secondary break, we run a lot of offensive sets at Crockett. We try to get our guys freedom to make appropriate decisions, usually out of the pick and roll continuity plays. They usually end up making correct decisions, as we usually do breakdown drills to strengthen this decision making ability in practice. Also, what we like to do is we like to bring the opposite big over to force high-low situations out of the screen and roll. In addition to that, we really like to just put pressure on the defense, as we like to kick for threes and attack the basket and etc. So we have a lot of plays where we set screens for shooters as well. We work on a lot of these things in practice to help our kids make game time decisions and game time shots. So even before we start talking about a lot of the sets that we run, as you see Lloyd right here off a spinoff, we like to get the ball up the floor as quickly as possible. My teams are usually athletic, so we get the ball up the floor and try to get at least resistance as possible, as we try to attempt to score. Our defense at Crockett has actually been the cornerstone for the success that we've had over the recent years. We believe in putting tremendous pressure on the basketball in an attempt to speed up the game, force turnovers, and more importantly, maximize the number of possessions that we can have in a given game. We like to do a 1-2-2 press. We usually have our most athletic guy at the top of the 1-2-2 press, putting tremendous pressure on the basketball. We trap in all corners as well. We teach our kids to have their hands up and to pursue the ball. Regardless of half court or full court, we teach the kids we have a philosophy called airtime, or rather a concept called airtime. And what we want to do is gain a lot of ground in airtime because it helps us with our rotations. So our kids are constantly breaking on the ball to force turnovers. We also have a 2-2-1 press where we have two men up, our two quickest guards, and two forwards at half court and our big in the back. So we're just all over the place looking for traps, keeping the ball on the sideline, whether it's the 1-2-2 or the 2-2-1 press. And we like to get the ball up the floor for easy points. As you see, Lawan hits the 3-point shot right there. Because of our daily individual skill work, all my kids are highly versatile, so they're able to handle the ball and make plays in the open floor, making us extremely deadly when we get turnovers and rebound the basketball. We also work real hard over the off season to make sure our kids are in shape to press the whole game. We usually press the whole game unless we're making an adjustment to a certain team. Our kids are constantly hawking the ball and hounding the ball. We like to keep the ball on the side, and when the ball is on the side, we like to force it to the baseline. Once again, making our defense of rotation real predictable as our kids constantly gets reps at rotating in practice. We always teach our kids to run the floor hard regardless and to be aggressive in the open floor. Like I said, because we usually have athletic guys, it definitely favors us to force the ball to the baseline as our bigs anticipate the rotation and anticipate blocks as they step up as the guard forces their man to the bigs for blocks. We also have a rule that when you're on the ball handler, you always have to have your hand out and force the ref to start counting a 5-second count. One of the things I love about our program at Crockett is the fact that our kids are so close knit and they're always cheering for each other and they always have each other back. But it wasn't always like that. When I first took over the program, I had an emphasis on three things that I wanted to improve, which was our discipline and the kids embracing hard work. Two was our team atmosphere and just a sense of family. And three was just having fun. One thing that I can say is I've been truly blessed because coaching doesn't seem like a job at Crockett. I really have fun coaching these guys. These guys want to win. They want to win just as much as I do. And constantly we're always forcing character on the kids, and the kids are constantly working on their character. So we just put together some clips so you can see some of the abilities that some of the kids have on our team and how we've been able to cultivate that talent and put together a productive team.